Okay, so as we work through this one could get a little bit tricky when we talk about the prefabs and what to do with this, because we can forget like where we're supposed to use what and what we're using and how and so on and so forth. So let's see if we can follow through with this. So we're going to start again clicking on assets and creating a folder for our prefabs. So this we're just starting out for the first time working with prefabs. So prefabs, this is a way of utilizing one one object and not having to bog down your files with a whole bunch of them. So we don't have to create a whole bunch of the food. We don't have to like put 10 food up here. We're just utilizing the same script over and over again for just this one food. So our files are not going to be huge. If we just constantly use this food over and over again, our files could get really big and big fast, and your computers might not handle it. So we're going to create a food. So we created a prefab folder, and then we're going to drag this food down into this prefab folder. So that's going to grab this food and drag it into the prefab folder. So, and then it's going to ask if we want to create, or we're going to use the original prefabs. Yes, so we're going to use our original prefab there. So now we have the food in here. So you'll see that what we have here is all good. It's all good in the neighborhood right here. So we got that in there. The food is in there. All right. We are going to go into our player controller script again, and we are going to create, this is going to be interesting because this is where I think some people get lost on what we're doing here and why things don't work. In our player controller script, we're going to create another variable. So this is a variable. Oh, goodness gracious, where am I at? I got a lot of things going on. Where did all those scripts come from? This is from another game. Yeah, that's not what you guys need. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, so much you can see that I've been, there we go. You can tell I was working on something else. All right, so in this one, that was a whole nother game. All right, so in this one, you see we've got typical that we've been working on so far is that we've been working on just a regular public float. Well, we're going to work in another type of variable that is called a game object. So we're going to create a new type of variable that's going to be a public, and it's going to be a game object. So it's going to be a new type of variable. I typed the letter G and it took me down to game object. I'm going to hit enter. Again, I do not type out the words for everything. I just start to type it and let the computer fill it in for me. If I tried to type out the word game object, most likely I would have used the wrong uppercase, lowercase combinations, and I would have not gotten what I wanted. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a name. That is my choice of what I want to name this game object. It is suggesting that I use projectile prefab, according to what Carl said. Project. Me spelling is worse. A projectile prefab. Again, I've got students that can type 10 times faster than me. Projectile prefab, and that's what that is. So when you create a game object, you'll see in a minute, it actually creates something, a space for it inside of the game. I don't know if we've been through this before or not. I think this is the first time we're doing this, I think. So maybe, I don't know, maybe, I think so. So there's projectile, this public game object. Let's go ahead and save this, and let's go into the game and take a look at what we have. So, all right, let's get back to the game. In the game, when I click on player, you will see that over here in the inspector, you will see that there is a space here for projectile prefab, and it says none in the game objects. Now, it says to drag the projectile prefab, put the projectile prefab in there. Now, unfortunately, you might grab the wrong one. Like you might grab the food from up here. I want you to make sure you grab it from here. So grab it from the projects, grab it from the prefab folder. So grab it from there and drag it into there. Now, I can kind of tell where it's at is because I'm doing it from here. So I'm going to grab this and do it from there and put it in there. And so when I click play, that is going to be where it's at. We are going to add in, next we're going to add in the space bar. So that's kind of where that projectile prefab is coming from. And next, we're going to add in the space bar to actually control that prefab. So we'll do that video next.